Releasing later this year is my new book, The Lightning Blade. It's the first in a Dungeons and Dragons inspired fantasy series starring Mira Callahan. This has been a passion project in the works for a few years now, and I'm very excited to share it with everyone. You can follow my socials, The Lightning Blade on TikTok, and SPC Author on Facebook for updates, excerpts, extra behind-the-scenes details, Q&As, and more. Thank you for your support.
This is not another Flame Fairy Tale episode. We did that the very first one.
We've done that like 3 times now.
Yeah, we've done it 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah, it's like beating a dead horse, you know. It's almost enough series do that enough already. Hey everybody, what is up? There are plenty of anime podcasts out there, but why not have just one more? This is another Weebcast. I'm Sean the MK Ninja, and I have Allie finally back with us.
Hey yo, it's Pinko. Hi, sorry, I'm eating some Frosted Mini Wheats. # not sponsored. Yes, I'm back.
If I was sponsored by Frosted Mini Wheats, that'd be an interesting one. Tom is here as well.
Hi.
And we traded out Noah for Allie, so we always have to trade out someone for someone else.
It's always Noah or I, which is fine.
Yeah. We can't have we can't have the fairy tale flame war again.
No, never again.
No. But since we last did this, I think there's been some hot new stuff going on in the community, as well as some series that have just dropped, as well as some that were teased. In fact, I think just today the season 3 for Devil's a Part-Timer got a release date, or it got teased. And it comes out next month, actually, interestingly enough. In fact, it comes out during our trip.
Oh.
It comes out the 13th, so we still have a whole week before we get back, when that starts airing. I mean, if at the end of the day someone could watch it if they're in their room or some shit, or they're away from everybody, but yeah, I was at work, and I was about to clock out, and I'm like scrolling, just casually trying to get serotonin, and then I just see the ad, not ad, what's the word for it? Yeah, teaser? No, it wasn't a trailer. It wasn't a trailer. It was just an image. I think it was by Crunchyroll. And it was they had a release date, which was July 13th. And I was like, oh,
I
that's
mean
pretty cool.
The key visual.
That was it. Yeah, the key visual. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then we're still in spring, right? Right? Spring 2023? Because I don't think we're in summer yet.
No, we're not. No. Summer is JJK, so not yet.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because there's still some series that are airing from last season. I'm still watching Hell's Paradise, which I'm still enjoying quite a bit. There have been some episodes recently. They kind of switch up like who gets the focus in certain episodes, which I do like. So it kind of circles around its cast a good amount. And the creature design is really cool, but very Japanese. Like, you ever just see an anime, and not even just like because it's from Japan, but you look at it, or any design, you're just like, this is really Japanese. It had that vibe to it. And then I'm still watching the dub for Danmachi Season 4 Part 2. It is almost done. It's only got a few episodes left. Still really good. And I think am I watching anything else? Oh, right. I started, Rileyana made a deal. Rileyana? I don't know. It was Rileyana made a deal. Something like that. Let me go to my list, actually. Rileyana. Sorry, I fucking ate my tongue from over there. Why Rileyana ended up at the Duke's mansion. It's pretty decent so far. I have not been watching as much of Ranking of Kings.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Forgot about that.
The thing that kind of turned me off of of that is that it's not a sequel series like I wanted. It's sort of like an in between small stories, which is cool. Like it's nice to see that. But I guess in the mindset I had when I started watching it is, oh boy, I'm ready to see the continuation of this. But it's not entirely that. Like the first episode or two is all about stuff from the middle of the show. And I'm like, that's cool to see and all. Like, I love these characters and I love this art style. I like this world, but I was like so ready for like, all right, I want to know what happens next because there was a bunch of things that did not get resolved at all, and then side stories. I'm like, oh
Oh,
fuck. I'll get back to it eventually, but I think that's all I'm watching. Um, Let me go through my list again. What are you guys watching?
um, I'm watching Oshinoko,
I need to see
Birdie
that.
Wing, and Dangers in My Heart. I think is the last.
I don't know that one.
It's like climbing up the ranks for a lot of people recently, so I checked it out.
Okay. What about you, Allie? What are you watching?
Um, it's been about a week and a half since I've been gone from my apartment. Well, before I left, I know I'm rewatching because my one roommate is watching it for the first time, and then my other roommate and I are watching it with them. I'm currently rewatching Noragami,
Ooh.
which has been pretty fun. My one roommate's showing me Fate, which has been which has
Which
been
one?
interesting.
Where did you
The
start?
just the original Fate.
Like the early 2000s one, I think? Right?
Not the early 2000s one. I think it's Fate Stay Night.
Oh, okay. Because that's the one that
Um,
Ufotable did, I believe. That's the first one.
yeah, yeah. So I'm watching that, and I think I'm about like almost 10 episodes in, and that's been getting pretty interesting. I'm at like a point where the plot's starting to like pick up a lot after a little bit of downtime and a little bit of build up. And then recently, right before I left to go back to my state for the time that I was there for, that I started watching Tomo-chan as a Girl and watched like the
Mm-hmm.
first 3 episodes of that series. And at first I thought I wasn't gonna like it because the first episode was like really all over the place, and I thought the main character was kind of like a little much, I guess, or like a little bit too much. But no, it fits together like well. Like after like the third episode, it was kind of like, oh, this is like a pretty like it's not like the I guess where I guess leading into what we wanted to talk about today, like it's not like the stereotypical trope sort of thing that happens with those types of shows where it's like the slice of life thing, and it's kind of got like the things that every like types of those animes like have. It's got its own kind of uniqueness to it.
Oh, yeah. One thing about Tomo-chan is actually that the manga is super short. Like, the stories for it, I think, are not long at all, so they had to kind of find ways to stretch them out. And I haven't finished the show. I've gotten like 7 episodes in. I really need to finish more of it. I was really liking it quite a bit as someone who read the manga. One of the few manga I've ever fucking read, too. Like, I could count all the manga I've read on my 2 hands. I think it's like 7.
Jeez.
I I've read Sergeant Frog. I've read most of that. There was Dragon Ball Z. I read some of Soul Eater as well. Actually, a lot of Soul Eater because I read more of it after the. Did I finish Soul Eater? I think I did. I feel like I did, but I also feel like I didn't. I don't know. I know I read it though. And then there was Tomo-chan's a Girl, and then Spy Family, and then maybe I'm missing one or two. Oh right, I read the Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories manga. It's only 2 volumes.
I I forgot that that Chain of Memories did have a manga. I don't know why I did forget because
It's
I literally
weird.
have the big thick like thing of the Kingdom Hearts 2 manga right next to my shelf right now, and I'm just like there was a Rechain of Memories manga, and then I remembered that it was either KH2 or was the Rechain manga, where I just remember a panel of Sora fighting Lurksine, and she kind of like electrocutes herself with her own shit with the water.
Yes, I think that's from Kingdom
So
Memories.
yeah, and I just remember that, and I was just like, damn, for this being Kingdom Hearts, this is a lot.
I Funny story about that one. I think I only started reading that one because I found it just strolling around when I was in a Barnes and Noble. Because I was getting into my anime fix at that age. I think I was like 14 or 15 at the time, and I had just recently played Kingdom Hearts 2. Um, I saw that and I was like, "Ooh, boy, a manga!" And then I read it, and then
Oh
afterwards, it
boy.
was like the second manga I'd ever fucking read. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Because after the chapters and in certain bits, there's like little like joke scenes, and I remember they made a clone of Riku, and they gave him like a weird depression, but it was like played as a joke, and he was, I don't know, it was interesting is all I'll say. But I haven't read much manga. In fact, I don't even own any of the manga that I at one point did own because theft is bullshit. I owned 22 volumes of Sergeant Frog, all gone.
Oh,
Yay!
A lot of manga.
a lot. That's a lot of manga. That's
It
a lot of
is.
paper.
It is also a lot of horny frogs.
Oh.
It makes more sense to anyone who's read it. I mean, actually, one of my friends would call it the horny frog manga because of the tits in it. And strangely enough, the anime has less tits in it, which actually no censorship to anime to manga to anime is pretty common. Eh. Oh well. Shut up, Jet. Cat's meowing. But
Rude cat.
yeah, I'm not really much of a manga person. People keep telling me to read the manga of stuff like, oh, read the manga of this, or like when I'm behind on My Hero, read the
I
manga of My Hero. It's like, I'll wait for the anime. I'm sure the manga's great,
I
but
yeah, no, like right now, I don't know if I might have talked about this about maybe the last time I was here. Um,
it's been a minute.
but yeah, it's been a minute. Cause I recently, a little while ago, not recently, uh, but it wasn't too long ago, so it's kind of in between. Um, I recently started reading the manga because my one friend's obsessed with My Hero, and he's like, just read the manga and for through season 5 story and then watch the anime back on season 6. I'm like, okay.
I've been hearing people say about season 5. I don't think it was that bad. I think it was
It,
still pretty
it,
good.
it's pretty fucking bad.
I don't think so. There's some good stuff in season 5.
There's like one good episode. That's it.
It was My Villain Academia, wasn't it?
It's very rushed.
I mean, even
Yeah,
so, it was still pretty
that's where
good.
like yeah, that's where I just started reading is My Villain Academia for the manga. I just started reading that, and there was like a big thing that happened in for then at the start of it to begin it, I guess. Obviously no spoilers. Uh, for those that
Hmm.
have not seen it or read it.
I mean, it's been out for a while now, so I mean, at a point when something's been out for like a couple years, I feel like at that point spoilers are kind of inevitable. So who gives a shit? Then again,
Yeah.
My
some
Villain
people.
Academia was 4 years ago now.
Oh, cool! You can spoil with that. Fuck them. I'm
All
kidding.
right, so the one thing that I remember from the manga before I stopped, and then I need to get back into reading it again, was it was like a whole thing with like Shigaraki. It was more so a more deeper dive, I guess, look into his character, and I just thought that whole thing was really cool, I guess. I don't remember it exactly, but I know it was like a little bit more of a deeper dive into his character. I gotta reread that chapter again before going back into it, but that's like the last thing that I specifically remembered from the manga that it started with
In the
My
anime,
Villain
I think it's an
Academia.
episode. It's like one episode, I think.
Yeah. I feel like it probably would be the thing that kind of sets up something, but
Yeah. I keep hearing
Oh,
people
excuse me.
complain about the manga for My Hero because apparently the,
Uh,
the finale is dragging its feet.
every
Oh.
I fucking hate My Hero now. Sort of. It's getting there.
Oh, it
Um,
Oh
is?
no.
it's
Oh
starting to.
no.
Every week there's a 2 week break,
Oh no.
and now Horikoshi's saying he wants to rush the final battle. So I'm kind of like I'm a little nervous. Um, think I'm done with My Hero if there's a bad final battle, but who
I mean,
knows?
if it's the final battle, so it's not like there's anything happening afterwards. I mean,
Who
it's,
knows?
Mm.
it's wrap up, but like at that point, it's not. It's over.
Gonna grab
So
a water.
It's just been a
it,
very rushed final arc.
it's
It's
not. Well, I mean, they
been
could do it.
frustrating.
They could do a sequel series.
They won't. It wouldn't make sense.
I mean, you would essentially just be doing like something sort of like the next generation of heroes, like Boruto, but good. I don't know.
True.
Boruto good. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this
No,
again.
we're not making fun of the burrito kid. No, we're not making fun of the burrito kid. We're here to make fun of bad
What a
anime
bad
tropes.
anime tropes. Oh
Yes.
boy.
So I was
I got a list here.
oh boy, I'm excited for that. I was watching some AniTubers recently, talking about some of the latest seasons and such. Um, Particularly, I was watching through like Mother's Basement about like the trash series of like this season, which I mean, granted, is mostly isekai, but you know, that's kind of what we should expect at this point. Because even though there's still some really good isekai, there's still some fucking trash coming out. Um, and I was just thinking about like the things that irritate him in anime that he watches, and I'm like, what irritates me? Because obviously different people have different things that irritate them. Because like if I'm watching, let's say, a movie, an action movie, some things I'm like, oh, that's really cool, like a character walking away from an explosion without looking, like you know that classic bit. Someone's like, oh, I fucking hate when
Yeah.
that shows up, you know, like shit like that. Because people think trope and bad are equivalent when there not. It's just a repeated element that people use because it's popular. I don't know. But I was just thinking about that and I was like, oh boy, there's a lot of really bad anime tropes, especially ones that really piss me off. But if you have a list, I'm excited for that.
I do have a list.
Audience, please ignore the
have.
train in the background.
Oh, I don't hear it on my
Not
end,
my
but
mic's
it
Yeah,
not
there.
picking up.
Oh, okay. Um, well, if we want to go through my little list here, I'm gonna start by stating, I guess, one of the, I said the more popular ones. I guess the elephant in the room. Um, uh, the biggest one that probably a lot of anime today and popular series have, where it's just the first one that I have is uh hold on, wait, my computer's spazzed for a second. It doesn't want me to read them.
No,
Um,
we're being blue balled.
no. Okay,
Only
first
fair.
trope. Friendship for the win, or
Oh,
like friendship saves the day sort of thing.
oh, power of friendship.
Yeah,
I
power of
just did a video of
friendship.
that not too long ago.
Maybe I took some inspiration from that. I don't know.
I
Anyway,
don't
moving
think you
into.
did because I and my video was literally titled "The Power of Friendship Isn't That Bad."
No.
I'm not bothered by it personally. People hate it. I'm like,
I
People get so
I
anal about it.
I personally don't hate it. I just know that in terms of the community, I know that it's a big one that people don't like, and I'm not even gonna bring up the one because we already
hmm.
know the one of the ones.
What, Naruto?
I was about to say you could
You,
easily point the power of friendship at most popular anime, especially shonen, especially shonen.
I was gonna say, like, most shonen, most if not all shonen, I feel like falls under that.
Like
So
name a shonen without the power of friendship, and you have maybe two series out of the whole genre
yeah,
to varying degrees of
I
quality.
and even then, and some people probably will have different opinions, obviously, and like sometimes that trope can, like, it can be done well. Like, I feel like Hunter x Hunter is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like it's a driving force or motivation, so it helps the characters get like stronger. I guess
I
in some situations. But again,
yeah.
it's also it could be different for like everybody.
It can be a crutch that you fall on to be like, oh, I won because of my friends, that kind of thing. Um, I only find it getting annoying occasionally when it jumps the shark in a very noticeable way, like a character very obviously won a fight that they shouldn't have, or like, oh, 1 minute they're on
Yeah.
death's door, and the next minute it's like I'm kicking the bad guy's ass. Um,
I
I don't always see that. I think power of friendship can be done as like my friends are like my motivation, and that can give you that. There's generally like an actual thing in science where you can get a second adrenaline boost by just like hyping yourself up, and in a way, that's kind of what happens. Granted, to an anime level, but I've seen it done. Like I've seen it in Jujutsu Kaisen a bit. I think like the best fight in season one. Um, why am I blanking on the title of the fucking technique? But essentially the patty cake one where he swaps places.
Boogie Woogie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay. That's like in a way that sort of like friendship wins the day. It's just bromance and like it's on that same track, but like it's one, it's funny. Two, it's a really fucking cool fight because that power's amazing. And then like you can easily do it in a way that feels believable and it's just fun. Like you don't need to think about it too hard. But yeah,
Yeah.
it can also be pretty fucking horrible. We're not going to name it. I know everyone
We're-
knows what we're thinking. We're not going to say
talk
it.
about it. Yo,
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about One Piece.
Listener, I was about to say, listeners at home can probably you could probably tell what it is.
If I'm being honest,
um,
One Piece is almost just as egregious as the
No,
other
there's
one.
a lot of power of friendship in One Piece. People don't
Yes.
always talk about it, but
There's a
it's
lot
there.
of power friendship in One Piece. It's very egregious. Like well, it gets a pass, and then people are like, oh, it's fine when Luffy does it, but if like fucking, I'll just say it, if Natsu does it, then it's bad. It's like, well, no, they're both power of friendship. You can't just pick favorites. I don't know. Sorry, that's a big one
Yu-Gi-Oh!
that I've thought about.
Original Yu-Gi-Oh! Lies heavily on that.
Yes.
I use my friends to draw the card that I need at the right moment, at the right time.
That's
Holy shit!
that's
How
most
much
card
copies of that
anime.
card do you have in your deck?
That's most card anime. Like, I feel like other people got into trading cards because of an anime, and then were like, wow, this is nothing like the show. It's almost like the show doesn't follow the rules of the fucking game.
Literally, probably every kid in the late 90s when they played Yu-Gi-Oh! And they were just like, I summoned this 7-star monster without its tribute.
Why do I need a referee to
Exactly.
determine what the rule means?
Why does this card only let me draw this many cards, but in the show it lets me draw like 7?
Why is Pot Agreed banned again?
Why does Yu-Gi-Oh! Now have a whole, like, different, like, diagram of how to do different types of summons, and, like, you have to do it a certain... I'm just kidding.
Was Yu-Gi-Oh born with that hair? Did he come out that way? Like, how the fuck did that happen? Sorry.
What the hell is wrong with his hair?
It's got bad head.
What else do I have here? Oh, one thing that really, like, drives me insane with animes, I don't even know if it's a trope, but, like, I guess, like, it's not even, like, fan service, but I guess it's kind of, like, on the lines of that, but it's, like, I cannot stand when anime has, like, out of proportion sized boobs in an anime. Like, you're like, girl, you have back problems with a rack like that. You, like...
Or Hime.
What, like...
Not as much as some other shows I'm thinking of in my head.
Like... I don't want to sound like a hypocrite.
I mean, it's okay to like a woman with like a large bosom, but like you have to make it feel like to an extent
Like,
that it feels
you
like it's
have
believable.
to make it feel... Yeah, I was gonna say, you have to make it feel like it's believable and it's, like, it's realistic. And then when you watch an anime when somebody's got like
Balloons.
balloons is 3 times the size of their head and can give them severe back problems and should realistically weigh them down. Then we'd have some issues here.
The first thing I thought of is a very obscure anime that I don't know if anyone fucking even knows about, but it's one Dragon Out the Resonance, which was fuck, what studio did that? I don't remember, but when you said like out of proportion boobs, I'm just like I could think of like 4 characters from that whole fucking show that are like that. Oh, here's a good one. Holy shit, those are some bazongas.
The bazongas.
I'll post that in general.
Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
I need to find something real. Oh my god! It's being engulfed by the seatbelt!
Yes, and there are 4 other characters with tits the same size.
It can't be.
No, I'm serious. In fact, let's like one of the things about like designing a character is obviously you have to have proportions be realistic to an extent. Like if you want to have a bustier character, usually their size is going to be a little heavier as well. But like having giant chest and then twig arms, that shit don't work.
Yeah, no. Like you got like a pencil-sized body and big honkers. Your back is broken.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's. I mean, then again, there's a lot of anime characters that, if I'm being honest, there's way too many.
There's.
What the fuck was that anime again? I was just thinking of it.
If it's an anime that I like, I could try and like look past it, but it's like it's so hard not to look past it because it's just right there. You can't not look.
I'm looking through the anime I own because I want to remember if the one that I'm thinking of has that same. There it was. It was Witchblade. I don't remember if the tits in that one were that egregious.
I can't believe we went from.
They're a little more understandable.
We went from power of friendship to
boobs.
To boobs.
Boobs.
I mean,
I think with that there's become a trend more recently where a lot more anime are showing women with like muscle definition.
Yeah.
And I feel like having a bustier character with that can usually work because they have they have like a thicker body set. Like what's her name from
that works.
Shit, what's that fucking? God damn it! It's the Isekai that's having its 2nd season come out like next season. Or so.
Shadow?
No. Hold on a fucking minute. God.
Hold on a fucking.
Too many
minute.
Isekai. Why?
Mushoku
Tensei. That was it. Yeah. What's her name? The starts with a D. What's her name again?
Like, Ghislaine?
No, I thought. Why did I get D? Ghislaine, yeah. Ghislaine. I don't know, but I know like she has like a larger bust, but she also has like a thicker body set.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just kind of like because I think anime fan service is derived from some part of Japanese culture, but I can't fucking remember what the reasoning for it was. It might have something to do with like some form of perfectionism. I can't remember exactly. I know I read like an article on it. I read a couple articles on it, but I can't remember exactly why off the top of my head. I just know they love their gazongas, especially on like fucking high schoolers for some reason.
Bazongas.
Yeah. Big boobies. Noah's gonna come back and you see those two pictures and be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Well, he should have been here.
Noah joins call immediately.
Just to
He
talk
just
about
joins. He joins back on the way from home from work. Like, hey guys, I know I'm gonna be playing Dead by Daylight, but what are you guys posting in here?
I see
Where's the
boobs.
Big batonkatonks.
I think because one of the tropes I was thinking of, I've gotten like more annoyed with, I guess, kind of like a lot of isekai protagonists, because a lot of them are kind of the same. Where it's like it very much a self-insert, and I mean a self-insert can be fine. If the show itself is trying to be nothing other than stupid fun, because there's some that do that. They like try to be nothing more than that. They try to be nothing more than just like let's have cool action set pieces, hot characters, and a neat fantasy world for 12 episodes, and then you go about your day and you had fun, and we expect nothing else from you. And if you want to make an anime like that or make anything like that, go for it. Nothing needs to be not everything needs to be deep, but like when a show is like trying to get you emotionally invested, like really trying, not just doing the bare minimum, and then it's just like, oh, you have to feel for this character who is you, except they have no personality whatsoever, and they were a loser because we think you're all losers, and now they have every power ever. And
you're a loser.
I like, this is one of the reasons that why I've been turned off by a lot of isekai, because there's a lot of ones that I've started and then I just didn't continue because I'm like, I think this main character is boring as molasses, and I just literally cannot look past that. I mean, this is the reason why Kirito bothered people a lot for a while. But even then, when I think of like boring characters, there's way worse than him. Of being fucking honest,
He's still a better main character than most modern isekai MCs.
Well, because the reason for that is I talked to my roommate because she's really into isekai. Is that a lot of people were copying Kirito, but they were doing the diet Kirito. So Kirito was already not the greatest, and then they're taking elements away from him, making the diet version of that, which is going to make it worse.
It's like a diet. It's like Kirito's Diet Coke, and then take like an off third-party brand of a diet soda of that same brand that tries to be the Diet Coke, and it's just worse.
I was about to say take out all the flavor until it's water, and then just throw and then burn the water, and then throw it in someone's face because fuck
it's
you.
Watered down soda.
Watered down soda, yes, literally just soda, but just dump it with fucking water and take out almost all of the sugar. Which is most of it.
It's not even sparkling water.
No, you don't get that. It's like it's LaCroix. It's water that was made near a flavor.
God, no! I have like boxes of LaCroix next to my like shelf on the other side because I try to drink that instead of diet soda, and like every time I do, I'm like.
The jokes about LaCroix are great. Like, man, they say the flavor because they were made within a mile's radius of that particular flavor. So obviously it tastes like that. I've tried LaCroix like twice, and each time I was like, you know what? I'd rather just drink water.
I'd rather drink like sparkling ice.
That's fair.
It's
or
so
just,
much.
Is that a sparkling water? That's also good too.
Yeah.
But I think that's. Fuck, I'm trying to think because I had some others in my head that I'm already blanking on. What's the next on your list? Unless Tom, you have one that it's mind.
Somebody else can say one. I've already said two.
Mine would be Amnesia.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Fuck Amnesia. It's the stupidest fucking plot hole ever. It's so fucking stupid.
The first thing I thought of? The first thing I thought of? I thought of Seven Deadly Sins. So, fun story about this is I watched that show a long time ago, back in like high school or probably college. And I remember really liking it. And then it just kind of sat that way in my mind for a while without ever reading it, ever watching or reading it again. Like I'd watch like the fights and stuff like that, be like, oh, this is still cool. And then Mother's Basement posted a video where it's like the roast of it. I'm like, I don't remember it being bad. I thought it was pretty decent. And then going through all the plot holes and stupid decisions, I'm like,
Hands off
huh,
my woman.
Yeah.
That
maybe,
one line.
maybe some of this was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy the show because I still enjoy at least what it was in my head at the very least. But yeah, I thought of that how she gets amnesia to avoid the characters getting together for like another season, and I remember watching that and being, oh my god, this is stupid. God damn it! Like just any kind of amnesia, I assume.
Any kind of amnesia.
What are some other examples? Because I can't really. I'm thinking more of it from like,
One Piece.
what part of One Piece again? What part of One Piece was that?
Post time skip. You probably didn't see it then.
I probably didn't. I'm not too caught up on One Piece.
No, Sabo got amnesia in Dressrosa in a flashback. We're going to forget about Luffy and Ace for like 10 years. And
Shit.
then the big one is in Wano. Big Mom, a fucking emperor, gets amnesia and helps the Straw Hats.
Plot conveniences, yay!
Yeah,
Plot
yeah, it's so
conveniences.
fucking stupid.
That is kind of like that is a Deus Ex Machina in many ways, where it's just like we don't know how to write ourselves out of this, so
Amnesia
anime
time.
bullshit time. I know that trope honestly more from like outside of anime than in anime. I just literally can't think
Yeah.
of anything else. Like I'm blanking. I don't think that trope's great either. I just don't know many examples in anime.
They don't use it.
Beach episode.
No, that's in like Western shows typically, not as much Eastern shows. Granted, that virus has infected other stuff because obviously we see it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one that's off the top of my fucking head because I like I said I had like this mental list and I was just like, I'm thinking of the Power of Friendship video that I did because I know I mentioned boring isekai protagonist in that one. Another, excuse me, another one was the perverted sidekick. And I don't even just mean like somewhat kind of horny, like occasionally, like I think Yosuke from like Persona 4 has like some kind of like I wouldn't say horniness, but he definitely has like that teenage vibe pheromones going on. Then again, it's the age.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like I was gonna say yeah.
it's the age, and he has so much more to him than that. But like I'm thinking of like so many sidekicks or just like other like characters and such where it's not even just like that they're perverted, it's that the things they almost get away with are sometimes borderline disgusting. I think the big one that people think of is Mineta because no one likes Mineta. But I don't mind Mineta as much because he always gets his comeuppance. Not to
Yeah.
mention, even the show doesn't like him. So
He's changed now though, so it's like
okay,
a win-win.
that's fair. But even back when he was perverted and he would do some things that were kind of like, all right, buddy, maybe we should try to get you to not be a scumbag. He would always get like punished for it, and like really horrible ways, like getting stabbed in the eyes with a Jiro's earphone jacks. Like that is,
Oh god.
yeah,
It looked through the peephole of the
yes. But like the show was always dumping on him at any given point. So it kind of felt like they were like, oh yeah, there's this perfect main character, but he's kind of a bitch. So like let's not worry about him too much. It was more like a bare minimum requirement for like an anime or shonen, But there's like
Yeah.
other characters that just get away with like way too fucking much, and then the show never punishes them. Let me look up that. I'm looking because I can't fucking think of any. I know. Oh hey, back to back to Seven Deadly Sins. Our favorite captain is also some of the same ways. I forgot about that one too. How Meliodas has some of those moments.
Do I have the meme?
Hmm?
I think I have the meme.
Oh,
I hope I do.
is Meliodas going into her pants or some shit like that? Oh, that was it. See, the thing about that whole like arc and such like that is I understand what they were going for, and I think the idea behind that pairing is interesting. One, that wording is awful. It's
Yeah.
awful. And two, I just think when I read more of it and then heard more about it, I was like, the execution could have been better with that. It's sad too because I kind of liked Elizabeth as like a main female character. She's not especially useful, but at least she's got a good. Oh, she gets useful actually. She gets better later. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm looking through a list right now. I see Jiraiya, but I'm not gonna. Jiraiya is taken seriously enough to where I can ignore that. Sometimes. Um, was he? No. Too many characters here I don't feel like are perverted enough. And some of these are literally the joke. Like I see Mikasugi from Kill la Kill, and I'm like, that's literally the joke. I don't know. It's just people know what perverted characters there are. Roshi is another one, but I feel like Roshi is so unimportant to the parts of Dragon Ball all the casual fans know about because no one watched the original Dragon Ball. Let's be honest. At least no current anime fan watched it. John's watching it, but you know, for now,
For now.
he'll just meme about Yamcha. But
I mean, it's true.
I remember seeing that copy pasta, and we're all just like, yeah, if you think he's the best character, it's gonna go downhill from here.
Yeah.
He never gets any moment. But yeah, I don't know. The
He's
perverted
the best
character gets me. I find it annoying. That's a trope that I think only when it's normalized, I should say. Like if there's an awareness that what this character is doing is wrong, then I can kind of look away because it's like
Yeah.
not condoning anything bad. But if it doesn't have that, I'm like, all right, we got a problem. What is number 3 on your list, Ellie? Curious.
Beach episodes.
Almost spit out my drink.
What? Oh, wait, you.
I wasn't expecting beach episode.
Beach episode.
See, this is why Gurren Lagann is the best anime ever, because its beach episode is the best episode ever, because they literally explode the ocean.
I wish I could be like, I agree. But
They
no,
also
I
have a really
can't.
cool fight. I mean, beach episodes are usually only a problem in, like, slice of life. Or romance. Oh no, if you're a romance, it's end of school festival.
Yeah.
It's always a festival. Always. It's always gonna be fireworks too. Now it's cute, but it happens every time. I mean, I like Tomo-chan, but it literally has the anime end with like the festival. I'm like, come on! Well, the opening at least. God damn it. Yeah, beach episode. Is it because of the tick bitties? Too big of titties?
I guess you could say that, yeah. Again, it kind of goes on what I said earlier. If it's an anime that I like, and if it's a good beach episode, I guess, I can look past it. But it's like, But it's like, oh boy.
We're here again.
Oh boy, we're
The first thing I
here.
thought of High School of the Dead. Oh, that also works for the big titty one. Cause what's her name? The nurse chick. She got them giant honkers. Well, they all have giant honkers.
Big old badonkles.
Tong hongera cougars. Honga longa no longa gonga. I love that
How long
fucking
will
video.
the bro?
Honga longa no longa gongas. I love that fucking video so much.
How long will the badonkles?
Even bigger top honka fucking words he said. They were gibberish. They were fucking amazing. Tom Hongera Cougars.
The cougars.
Humongous honga longa no longa gongas. And I just remember I watched the Markiplier, him reacting, and just him dying. God damn it, I love that fucking bit so much. Oh, fuck. Tom, you got anything else? Any other tropes in mind?
None that come to mind.
Ellie, you got any more on your list?
I mean, I have some more, but I don't want to keep dropping a bunch of them.
Oh,
Give
I'm,
us
I'm
some.
currently blank right now, so I need some fuel to run
Um,
off of.
all right. I guess if we're going off of, I guess, generic male leads.
Oh, so like the Isekai. Yep.
Yeah.
More interesting characters out of a fucking hentai with the hair over their head,
Oh my god.
invisible eyes.
Oh,
I mean, then
it's
again,
like, how?
Shonen has a problem with generic female leads too, as well, since they'll also just be like, "Oh, I'm the friend of the main character, and we're totally gonna end up together."
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're meant to be. It's like, what?
Aren't you like 15? You'll break up in a year. Two
Japan.
tops.
Japan.
Yeah.
Japan, am I right?
I mean, then again, it's a Romeo and Juliet was a story of young love. Look how that ended. Remember, kids, you don't want to fall in love truly, otherwise you'll both. No, I can't finish that sentence. Otherwise, you will both see God real quick.
God is coming for us all.
We cannot escape it. When we get there, finally at the pearly gates, the only thing he's going to ask is, "Did you finish One Piece?"
Did you finish One Piece?
He'd be like, "No, it wasn't finished yet." Straight to hell.
I wasn't done with that. Off
I was gonna watch it in like a day. See, I was busy, you know. I had to do the dishes, so I wasn't in the mood for it. What else you got, Ellie?
Let's see here. What else?
My
do
brain
I
is more
have in
fried than food in the microwave. I don't know.
dark, edgy characters with a dark past.
Another video I did, but the edgy character. I think the edgy character I mentioned in my video is they work really well when they have enough of a moral center that keeps
Yeah.
them being a character. But if your whole character arc is I'm edgy and sad,
I'm edgy and sad. Please feel bad for me.
Sasuke.
fuck Sasuke, man. I
I was
for
about
a
to
lo-
say it's Sasuke.
So I have a meter in my head, a 3-point meter for edgy characters of how good or bad they can be. And on the good end, the best end, I have Ryuko because I think her character arc is really good because she has like a moral center of like wanting to like help others. She's like she's like a rambunctious tomboy. So it's not just the fact that like, oh, I'm sad. It's like she's trying to prove something. And then her character changes as the story goes about and her motivations change as well. So like there's definitely like a really good character arc for it. And then the middle for, it's a character. Is Shadow. I used to put him at bad, but I think Shadow can be done pretty well. So take that, Kevin. I don't think Shadow's bad.
Fuck you.
I used to think Shadow was horrible. I had an old ass video about how I was upset at people comparing Ryuko and Shadow. Granted, the comparison is super easy, because there's a lot of inspiration, design wise and even character wise, but I just think one was done better, which is unfair because one's in a show and the other's a game character, in a platformer no less, who was memed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But Shadow's decent, and then the bottom I have fucking Sasuke because Sasuke's a dumpster fire.
I think you're forgetting one important person.
Who?
Aaron.
Eren
Oh
Yeager.
no!
Oh man, he went through the biggest one.
Oh fuck, Eren Yeager, man. Anyone? See, this is why I couldn't fucking get into Attack on Titan, because like by the time I was watching the show, because I watched season 1 at one point after Crunchyroll tried jamming that shit down my throat over and over again, because it got fucking there was so much advertising for it. Like they were pushing it super hard. It's like the anime of the decade and stuff like that. Eventually I watched. I was like, it's fine. And then I dropped it for a while. And then eventually I was like, maybe I'll get back to it. And then I heard more of Eren's story, and I'm like, no, this is bad. This character's bad. This is horrible. Who the fuck likes this douchebag? And now the anime-only fans are seeing that and seeing how bad Eren is. And has it finished yet?
Finishing, I think, at the end of the year.
Oh my god!
My God.
Attack on Titan Season 4, the final season, Part 2, the final part, XD, version 2.
1.5.
Holy shit, the anime has ended 5 times at this point. They're starting to see that Eren's like a fucking absolute douchebag, and he's literally like a fucking fascist.
Oh no, hang on.
It's also the genocide. This is the genocide too. Oh, what am I hanging on for? The only solace I have is I know what happens to Eren at the end of the
That's a
series.
big talking point against Eren, is the whole genocide thing.
Okay. The moment... So at one point, I was just like... there was this controversy that I saw about Eren, and I'm like, is it really that bad? And then the moment I saw the word genocide, I'm like, oh, no. Honey, no.
Oh no.
Honey, what is you doing?
What are you doing over there?
He's not built for this.
Like...
He's not built for this.
The story of it and the idea of it was kind of cool. How the fuck did we get to dictator fascism? How did we get here? Fuck Eren Yeager. He's a bitch. Anyone who likes him is wrong. And should probably get themselves checked out. Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Because I know they exist. And you know what we call
No,
them?
there's a lot of Jaegerists.
Eren Yeager.
What we call Jaegerists is a Nazi.
Retards.
Or that too. I mean, Allie, you don't know all the stuff that Eren did. He literally has a cult.
I know that he has a cult.
It's more than a cult.
A special little cult.
Also, the genocide. The genocide's pretty bad too, and is a very easy certain World War II comparison.
Do I that meme? Please tell me I do.
Oh, I want to see it now. You're building it up.
No.
Because I already know the story. I already
one?
know what happens to him as well, and thank God what happens to him. I'm going to spoil it if anyone cares.
I
had to Google it, but
I personally don't really care.
Oh, okay. Well, for anyone who is watching Attack on Titan and wants to know what happens to Eren, in the show, I'm about to spoil it, so skip ahead like maybe a few seconds. But thank God the fucker dies.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead.
What the fuck is this?
This is an exact quote from the Attack on Titan final chapter.
I'm dumbfounded. I never seen this. This is real. This is actually from it.
The dialogue quote is
Oh my god, this is such a good episode.
I hate this.
It's gonna be a good episode.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Let's
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about something else.
It's
I hate
all-
this.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
No.
oh damn it,
Oh yeah.
I'm Jake back.
All right. Anyway, Allie, what's next, please? I don't want to talk about Aaron anymore.
Uh, let's see. Already talked about that. Kind of already talked about that. Hold on, I'm still looking.
I'm scared to look at this file, Tom.
No, it's safe.
It's safe.
I know,
for
but
work.
I'm still scared. How do I open this file?
I don't know why it's
I
that
guess
way.
I guess the school trope.
Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, the justification and it went to this fucking bullshit. What was the school one again? Sorry.
Like school tropes, like pretty much like an anime that's like it takes place in like a school, I guess.
That is half of anime. No, that is 80% of anime, if being honest.
Because like
Sorry about that. Apparently our
No.
Wi-Fi is going to shit. Gotta
It's all
remind
good.
myself 58 minutes. Cut that part out. Anyway. That's like 80% of all anime.
yeah, because when you got up, I was like, because I went off of like what I had because I didn't really have anything else, and I was curious, so I went to see what people thought, what they thought were bad anime tropes, and like, just one of them was just school,
I mean, that's fair.
and I was like, and like again, like what you said, I was like, that's kind of like
Most anime.
most most anime.
Cause like even because it eliminates almost all of slice of life, almost all of them. And shonen is also eliminated too, because like there's so many shonen in some sort of school, because obviously they have a young protagonist. They gotta teach them the ways somehow. Like there's ninja school. There is Soul Eater school. Well, not for Bleach, but for Soul Eater. There is the fucking the sorceress school. There's superhero school. Like there's school for everything. Oh, now the Wi-Fi is going to shit for me. It's
Oh,
going
no.
about. It's fine. But yeah, there's school everywhere. So
Everywhere you go, there's a school.
yeah, you can't escape it. It's the
You
best
can't.
3 years of your life. You gotta deal with it. You got anything else?
Let me see what else is here on this on this page. Let's see. Cinderes?
Tsundere?
Yeah,
There is-
Cinderes.
They're not that bad.
They're really not. Like there are some tsunderes that kind of suck, but a lot of them are just kind of. I don't know. I feel like people who hate tsunderes always hate like the same 3 characters.
Yeah.
Transformations.
So shonen.
Yes. It's another one on here.
The giant shonen bad article.
Luffy. I'm kidding.
Luffy's got 8 of them. Don't even look at
True.
Dragon Ball. Don't even look.
True. I was about to say, oh, don't even get me started on Dragon Ball. Other than that, from what I'm seeing, it's pretty much like it either fits into like a multiple category of like one type of anime, or it's like something that's kind of already something we've discussed.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap this one up because my roommate wants to restart the router because it's not working for her. So,
All right.
long story short, fuck Aaron Yeager.
Is this the one that we hate Aaron Yeager?
You know, actually, the before we finish, the naming convention of how I went by the episodes, it literally was just off a whim. I had not decided that at all. I named the first
Uh,
episode the one where we make fun of Fairy Tale, and then as I'm thinking of a title for the next one, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should go with this, and then it just happened that way.
it just happened that
It just
way, yeah.
happened. So if anyone's been wondering, oh man, like I wonder where you got your idea for like the naming of your episodes, it just happened. The
It
one where I reveal
happened.
everything.
That's what my parents said.
Oh, we're ending on that.
Anyway.
My parents